hello, I'm back. Stream isn't dead. Not
That's
sure
right, it's
why the
back.
fuck that happened.
Don't call it a comeback.
Yeah, no, so for no fucking reason. Ah, God, hold on a second, hold on a second, I had the fucking tango playing in the background, there we go. It's the Senkaden tango. Okay, hold on a second. Let me just check my, like, computer's, like... Well, no, I didn't get a notification saying that my computer is, like, running hot or anything like that. Because normally whenever my computer, like, dies from, like, from getting heated, it fucking hits me with, like, a message when I boot it up again saying, like, hey, your shit's, like, fucking red hot. No, like, I think Quantum Break just fucking, like, just hard refreshed my computer. Because, like, you gotta understand, it turned off and then immediately went right back on. Like, I didn't even have to, like, hit a button to restart it. It just, it's scared of the quantum break. It couldn't handle the
It's
power.
scared.
If it bleeds, we can kill it. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was about, but well, let's just boot it back up and hope to God nothing bad happens. Anyways, I'm trying to think about, like, trying to think about what other characters I wanted for Dead by Daylight. I know I mentioned it before, something that Roboot might say, but, like, unironically, I think that as much as some people I roll a little bit at FNAF, I'm actually rather fond of Springtrap's design. I like the concept too, because it plays into, like, the more interesting horror elements of FNAF, of, like, hey, there's like corpses inside of these animatronic suits, and he's a special case because it's like the one that's, like, technically not completely dead and not like a weird ghost guy.
Yeah, he's just a sickening,
Oh.
horrible, mockery of
Oh,
humanity.
that's right. Yeah, Scott is transphobic. I forgot about that. I kept hearing about all those, like, allegations and
I
shit.
just thought he was Christian.
Yeah, I remember him being Christian, and I didn't. Yeah, that's right. I kept hearing about those allegations, like, left and right, and I kept wondering. And, like, people were like, "No, it's not true. No, it is." And then it was like, "No, it got debunked a while ago." And I was like, "Oh, did it get debunked? Okay, well." So for the record, I don't think I only ever bought, like, the first game. I've not spent any money on the FNAF franchise whatsoever. Oh yeah, that's right. He did fucking donate to people. Oh god. It's unfortunate, especially considering that, like, while it is true that, like, technically he hasn't, like, really, like, super involved with it anymore. Still making money off the games and the merchandise
I
and all
mean,
that
it's
shit.
the
It's
J.K.
fucking
Rowling problem.
yeah. It's the
She
J.K.
can still
Rowling
make money
situation.
off of it, though.
Honestly, I think one of the favorite things that I fucking learned about the whole J.K. Rowling scenario is that apparently Warner Brothers is actually trying to, like, just, like, like, completely, like, sup up the rights from her so that she can't fucking have them anymore. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it would be nice if J.K. Rowling was just, like, completely fucking detached from Harry Potter as an entity. Although it's not really gonna undo all the damage. Not to mention, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I think that J.K. Rowling's worldview kind of bleeds into those stories a bit too much for them to be, like, perfectly clean. Thankfully, I never got into Harry Potter when I was younger. My parents watched I remember, like, watching the movies with my parents. I don't remember a damn fucking thing. Yeah,
You know,
she's a fucking horrible person,
the
honest to
weird part
God.
is the movies seem to have a very heavy anti-fascist message, like embrace all peoples, like be kind to each other, and like don't fuck up and be evil. The worst people in the world are violent racists, and I feel like it's one of those things where it's just such a strange thing that J.K. Rowling just turned such an about face in an understanding of things.
The thing that really did it for me was the fact that, like, what is it, like, Fantastic Beasts 2 was described to me as a bunch of wizards trying to stop a guy who was trying to stop the Holocaust from happening.
Yeah, I just spotted her. Want to be my date?
I
Save
mean,
me that
it's
cocktail
more like
then.
he's promising
my
to
way
do
there.
that, and he's more saying the way we stop it is we just blow up humans.
Oh, Jesus. Hold on a second. Hold up. Okay, but like you have to consider those were bad fascists who wanted to enslave normal people. Subhumans like house elves are fine to enslave. It's good for them even. Her politics, yeah, true. Especially because like, I think it's like, yeah, like the whole deal with Dobby was that it's like, Dobby was like the exception because he was the only one that didn't really want to be enslaved at all. Or some shit, I don't fucking... Yeah, I don't know.
You know, house elves didn't get any better.
Oh god. It's always been that whole discussion though. So like that's one part of the discussion that's always been kind of weird for me is because it's like there's a very common sentiment in the younger generation that talks about how like fiction affects reality to a certain degree. And I don't think that's really true at all. Well, okay, I think it's true in a very weird, specific way that a lot of people don't necessarily consider because reality affects because reality affects fiction. Because you put yourself and your experiences and your livelihood in your own like worldviews, whether you know it or not in some cases, into your own fiction. Like I fucking like I have my own D&D campaign and I wrote it based off of the idea that like, oh, you know what would be cool? It'd be so awesome if like the moon was like a weird eldritch abomination and it bled everywhere and then it made people into monsters. And then I like started implementing things that are like, you know, if the government doesn't work for you, there's alternatives. Like I just...
You won't believe how many governments we've toppled with sheer righteous violence.
Righteous violence and complete moral high ground.
I got that device for you.
And it's like, I can't... Yeah, like Orson Scott Card and his deeply homoerotic moments in his writing despite his own overt homophobic bigotry. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, save me that cocktail link.
And it's like that stuff that happens and like how it's written.
And you're getting to no less than 2 naked fistfights in the course of one book.
But yeah, it's like, that stuff bleeds into stories, and then people in some weird way can kind of like, it kind of creates like a feedback loop, where it's like, you read that stuff in a story, and you relate to it, and then it either emboldens you, or it goes, or you're kind of like, wait a minute, I don't really agree with that, and then that just kind of like, helps kind of like bolster your own beliefs. So technically speaking, fiction affects reality in the same way that reality in itself affects fiction. It's literally just like a back and forth and like a to and fro and a tug of ideals, sort of.
Well, it's the free market of ideas can change society in and of itself, and the idea that new fictional ideas can create new things in reality because we're inspired by fictional things. Like we made flip phones because someone thought it was cool on Star Trek.
It's like
pocket doors.
Yeah, it's like when someone made a book called "Don't Make the Demon Core" and don't make the Demon Nexus, and then someone tried to make the Demon Nexus. I keep forgetting I have time run power. I should use that. Punch. Oh my god, I should be. Eh, it's fine. I have time armor or something. IDK.
Armor.
You
see, you unlocked your blast shield and your sprint, but you know, you don't have the meteor hammer yet, or the energy sword. So.
But yeah, it's also why there's so many quirky Earthbound-inspired RPGs about depression, because I guess a lot of depressed people played Earthbound.
Earthbound is the kind of game that makes you feel better if you're like a little depressed. It's like it's a game with a happy sort of feel where things kind of turn out right, even though the world is broken and things don't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, exactly.
And Mother 3 is the exact opposite, where it's just sort of sad things happen to good people, and we strive through anyways. And it's not clear what happens.
No, yeah, exactly. Chapter 1, the power of love. The first step in my journey is realizing that it is impossible to defeat fascism with the power of love. Chapter 2, the power of incredible violence.
Huh. Again.
So true. We've already reached the power of incredible violence.
I had to find a way to get there.
Mother 3 feels like a parable for the failures of modern society.
A little bit, yeah. It's like a lot of it is just acknowledging like
I'd have to
the
find a way to
inherently
show
broken nature
My
of
powers
things
will
like
work within that
capitalism and
sphere.
stuff, which is wild coming out of like a funny little Game Boy game where Porky rides a weird dragon and
Security's
tries to
tight.
kill you.
Maybe we
I
should
still
shut that
think
shit.
the craziest thing about it is before he made video games, Itoi was just a normal actor. He was the dad in My Neighbor Totoro.
Oh
And
wow.
like that's what people knew him as. Like, yeah, the guy who played the dad, like, yeah, he's been in a couple dramas. He's got like some good stuff under his belt. He's making video games, and he was like, yeah, I wanted to make 3 video games based on some fucked up things I saw when I was younger, and I didn't understand them, but I'm gonna translate that into a beautiful world for you. And I still haven't managed to play Mother 1 because I don't like the art style, and it's very confusing.
Also, it's made for the NES, which is
It's very minimalist, yes.
an ordeal within itself. Putting it bluntly. I'm gonna turn down the game a little bit. I'm worried that it might be overpowering my dulcet tones. He also made a bass fishing game.
Well, I don't have the Suricon. I don't have my fishing controller with me.
That reminds me, I've always wanted to try out. Part of me's always wanted to try out that fucking, like, you know, like that PlayStation 1 like train conductor game. It was brought up on that. It was brought up in that that fucking horrible TV show that Nasubi was in. Like he managed to get his hands on a copy of that game for the PS1. I've always been kind of interested. Like, I don't know. There's a reason why people get super into trains, you know?
Like, I think people like these little. It's either you enjoy like the mechanics or you enjoy like the ideals of like how they look. It's like, oh man, these trains are cool and look nice. It's like bird watching. You either do it because you think birds are cool or you just like looking at things.
Developed and released only in. See, I think did they released Earthbound Zero? I think you can get in like the Switch NES collection now. I think.
I don't know how different it is or how accessible it is.
I mean, I think it's the most
And I
accessible
thought-
version you're going to be able to get. It might also be in the 3DS. I'm not sure actually. The fan patches are better. Yeah, I can believe that. Unfortunately, in the age of machine learning, translations are only going to get worse and worse as time goes on.
Yeah, but the fan one, you can feel the love baked in. Shout out to Starman Doc. Keep on doing the work of the
You were
greatness.
headed for the party. What was your plan?
Honestly,
I
it's
needed to
tragic
get
that we
to
don't
Dr.
have more
Redmall before
websites that are just
stuttering and
dedicated to
Monarch
niche
found out I
fan
was coming.
communities, and now we have Discord instead. Speaking of which, you can go to my Ito has also a website that updates every day with little things. Oh, that's cute. That's nice.
I still don't know when the game that used to be Mother 4 is coming out, but I haven't gotten any new updates from. They haven't emailed me from the emailing list I signed up for. But I remember they changed their name a couple times.
It always wilds me out whenever a fan community is like, we're gonna make a numbered entry fan game, and then it gets taken down. See, like, that's weird because like there's a couple instances where that hasn't actually been a problem, but also I can see why it would be a problem.
Like Charles Barkley, Shut Up and Jam 2 Gaiden.
I wonder if Charles Barkley knows about Shut Up and Slam Gaiden. He probably doesn't.
He's got to know some amount. I would say it's a question more of, does Charles Barkley understand Charles Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden?
Can he comprehend the act of the Chaos Dunk, which is the most important part of this, arguably?
That should be here somewhere. Need to get to her before the stutter ends.
Space Jam was canon.
As his own lifestyle, interviews and articles, and merchandise sales. Talks about his pet dogs and his interviews with artists, craftsmen, businessmen, etc. Lieutenant K on philosophical issues. Hell yeah, dude.
Look like the target.
I love that shit. I make a little funny website where I just talk with people about life and stuff. I think that's kind of that's a nice thing to do when you're getting a little bit up in age and you just have your money and you're not really sure what to do anymore. Keep your hands busy and all that fun business. It's like when old men decide to get really into craft work. Or model trains. Or Warhammer.
The almost daily Itoi newspaper.
There's a Chronon particle at the fucking there we go. Okay. Can I not get up on the podium? Am I too uninteractive at the moment? Okay, now I just need to walk up to it. Yoinky!
Alright.
Itoi's a super cool guy, just vibing and creating in the world. Yeah, the big long talk with a neurologist about how to live in the world as a human being. Honestly, yeah, shit. I might try to find his website in a little while. There's like at least there's like a translated version. Hey Beth, what's good? Aww. You see, I think that if people get stuck in time, they should just be like constantly repeating whatever like syllable they were just saying recently. But it's like audible.
Easy, easy, easy. Hey. It's okay. It's me.
It's like a YouTube poop happening in real time. Or I guess not in real time, technically.
Oh, this is your style.
I think it's kind of funny because Itoi is like kind of like it's almost kind of similar to like Shenmue's whole deal because like the director of Shenmue did not make video games prior to that. And instead he was just like a slam dunk for him.
Yeah, well, I don't think it would do much good for the next part anyway.
Shenmue guy, he kind of got BTFO'd by Yakuza a little bit.
Dr. Emerald somewhere inside the mansion. Let's go grab her. Bit of luck, we can be gone before anybody notices.
Okay, lead the way. What's our plan once we grab her?
What's
There's a
up,
boat
plan?
dock
Let's
right outside
grab
the
her.
mansion.
Okay, we can make that work.
Oh, nice art. Untitled number 0. Also untitled number 0. Oh, is this super pretentious? Are they all untitled? Oh, you bet your ass they're all untitled number 0. That or they just didn't feel like making another plaque. They just didn't expect you to look at them. I mean, to be fair, you don't actually pull out your magazine when you reload, so I don't know.
It's in the wrong place at the wrong time. Literally.
Is that true? I'm gonna fucking crash into the thing? Perchance. Let's see.
Jack, Dr. Emerald's in there. Need to get her out before time kicks back.
But there's an upgrade note over here I want. Give it to me. Oh, actually, can I upgrade anything yet? I think I need. Oh yeah, I have 5 points. Jesus. I want. Wait, what? Oh, I can get this one. Okay, just one minute. I wasn't quite sure. I kind of just want to keep upgrading Time Rush. Oh, I don't have enough point. I don't have enough point. Need point. I'll just increase focus time. I want my discount Max Payne time stop powers. Or I guess time slow powers.
Let's go get Dr. Emerald.
I've got Dr. Emerald here. We managed to avoid drowning. Nice work, Raiden.
Jack, get her moving before time kicks back in and that drone turns us into paste.
Let's get to it, Doctor.
What? Oh no. That's gonna be good. It's really, I mean, you're Jack Joyce. You're here to kill me.
No. but
Now
you're
I'm
coming
here to
with
befriend
your
you.
expertise.
With the power of friendship and the
Oh, yes.
numerous guns that I've found. Like this one.
It's collapsing.
Oh, where's the damn boat?
It's right there.
I like that. I like that line read. That's a good line read. It's right there. I do think it's really cool that Sam likes him to like have like that kind of like that like director cultivator effect, where he just gets a lot of actors that like doing stuff with him.
They're closing the gate. She's getting ducks here unless she get it open for us.
It's like if Kojima actually liked David, actually liked David Hayter. carbine. Kind of just... Oh, there we go. Yeah, snipe shot. Alright.
No, scream older though, Snake. No, I'm not gonna call you David. I'm gonna call you Snake. Yes, you do have to do the dance too while you say it, Snake.
There's still way too much firepower around. These assholes. We don't take care of them first.
I've always found it always fucked me up that it's like that he had to re-audition every time, and it's like, fine, we couldn't couldn't get Mr. fucking what's his name? I forget. I keep wanting to. I want to say different names for Snake. The guy in the thing. I forget his name. Fuck. Ah.
Kurt Russell.
Yeah, he kept wanting to get Kurt Russell. That was a big thing.
Well, it's
Which makes
because he
sense.
played
Yeah,
Snake
he was
Plissken.
inspired by. Yeah, he was inspired by Snake Plissken. I love the progression of that, because it's like it's reached a point where like it was like the whole thing was directly inspired by Escape from New York, but by virtue of taking something and aggressively making it your own, whenever you call something blank Snake, it immediately people usually go back to Metal Gear. Because, you know, Metal Gear is
He's a
culturally
cooler
relevant
Snake
now.
who's lasted
Yeah.
longer.
Mm-hmm. Although I hate to say it, I don't think a lot of people think about Escape from New York anymore.
Need to open that gate.
It's that thing that I've seen on like Tumblr where someone like takes a character, not Tumblr, well, I don't know, probably Tumblr and Twitter and like other social medias, where they like take a little character and make it their fucking Blorbo, and then they just like gradually reshape it and mold it until the point where it's just a completely different character.
That gate's still closed. What's up?
It's the power of making your own OC through incredible
It's
effort.
Mika Binder Thomas Jefferson.
Yes, exactly. But not Miku Binder Thomas Jefferson. Look, you give somebody a character, they'll iterate through that character enough time. They'll iterate through their own specific design for that character enough times to the point where they're just gonna be making a story with that character, but it is completely divorced from what they started out with initially. Yeah, that's pretty much how you make anything. I mean, shit.
I mean,
fucking...
that's about 60% of Beaglesaurus. I'll be honest.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's pretty much every.
The amount of nonsense that happens to people who do exist in real life is ridiculous, only because it isn't real life.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that that gate has a boat behind it.
True. Anyways, let me just make sure to press this button. I definitely meant to
Clear.
push
Go.
before.
I can swing by and...
No, just go. We went to all this trouble to grab her. That.
Look, it's simple. Time will freeze when the boat's on its way out, and then I'll run across the water like Jesus Cristo, because I'm awesome and Jack Joyce.
Steal a car, drive it back to the swimming pool. He's here somewhere.
Remember, we need to have to survive for the next part.
We'll see how it shakes out.
I hate how I'll always understand the appeal of alliterative names in fiction, because it's just
Well,
it's like
they've got a certain assonance to it. Yeah.
It's a very easy ticket to like have like a very like snappy name, you know, where it's like very easily
it's
memorable.
aesthetically pleasing to the
Yeah.
ear. And yeah, they're also more memorable. That's why Stan Lee made everyone like that, because they're easy to remember.
Peter Parker. I mean, the best one out of
Bruce
all those
Banner.
fucking Fing Fang Foom. Like, come on, it's a big dragon named
Well, I
Fing
mean,
Fang
it's
Foom.
He wears big purple underwear because because he's legally required to. Otherwise, he'll look like he's naked. And it's the 60s. They don't let you get away with that anymore. You can't have a vampire, so you have to have a space vampire.
You know, honestly, shout out to the fucking Guardians of the Galaxy game, because they actually put Fing Fang Foom in it.
Based.
Yeah, no, honestly, it's a shame because it kind of got destroyed by virtue of being from the same studio that made the Avengers, like, mobile, like, online game, that fucking shitty live service one. But, like, genuinely, really good game. I like the Guardians of the Galaxy game a lot. I play it on stream if not for the egregious amount of copyrighted music. Which, I mean, you can disable, but it's like, I don't know. It's there's a point where, like, you have
Does
to
it disable it like the new Life is Strange, where you just see Star-Lord dancing around to a song that isn't there?
Well, so it's funny because, like, they actually did they made an entire, like, a soundtrack of original music to go over it, which does kind of work, but it's like,
It's very Guardian. Yeah.
It's part of the weird gamble of, like, you know, after a certain point, it's like, how much does removing that music remove from the experience? It's like trying to play Death Stranding on mute. Look, there's something very poignant about cresting over the hill with a box full of cum, and you're gonna go save America, and then suddenly, suddenly Low Roar pops on. Some of the most beautiful music you've ever heard in your life.
To the mainland. Fight my way through anything Monarch would throw at me, and then steal a car, drive it back.
I think it's actually funny because the specific thing that I'm referencing, they don't actually play Low Roar during that one. They play Asylum for the Feeling.
I like in Phantom Pain, you can just enjoy music and run almost just like, there's a stamina meter, but like if you hold it like hard enough, you can just run like forever.
Phantom Pain is
You can just run across like the African Serengeti and enjoy himself.
I think it's funny because, like, Phantom Pain tried to take itself way more seriously than any of the other Metal Gear games for the most part, but also there's so much, like, distinct stuff in it where it almost becomes funny in a different way.
It's almost sort of like it's become so complex of a machine that it's absurd.
Like, I mean,
and also doesn't end up going anywhere because they cut off the story.
Yeah.
Konami looked at the big valve that turns the story on, and they shut it off.
I mean, thankfully at the very least you can watch the actual end of the story in the goddamn deleted scenes and files and shit that you get at the special edition of the game. Which is annoying in its own especially frustrating way.
I just think the sad part is that even the end of Phantom Pain still leaves a lot of questions unanswered, because the lack of space between Phantom Pain and Metal Gear 1 are literally like, what happened that Big Boss just gave up and joined the American government, and everyone else agreed to it.
Mm-hmm.
And like everyone just got in on him, and like everyone was in for setting this up, and he established himself as a complete and normal member of society again. Somehow.
Yeah, Kojima's absolutely a little bit of a hack. Like, I say a little bit because, like, it's true. He does really think that military technology is super cool, but also it's like, oh, remember, guys, nukes are fucking bad and awful, and you shouldn't use them. He's not David Cage. Of course,
they're bad.
He is not David Cage. That's the most important part. He's not David Cage. But also, it's like, at the end of the day, he does say something kind of poignant, you know?
Okay.
Like, I still think about Metal Gear Solid 2.
He at least has something good to say, and something to say it with.
Mm-hmm.
Valet parking.
And it's usually moderately coherent.
It reminds me of that fucking story. It reminds me of that fucking that meme that I've seen that's like, y'all got good story, we got themes. It's just Will Smith with his head in his hands. Like, I won't say Metal Gear's the most cohesive, incredible masterwork of a narrative, but it's got good themes.
I appreciate the way things go, usually.
Yeah, he also says when you find out the
Act 3.
truth, you will regret your words and deeds. It's true, he did do
true.
that.
We did regret our words and deeds when we found out the truth.
We all... Look, there's a reason why we all appreciate Yoko Taro, is because he just said, yeah, I like hot ladies. Oh, wow. What? You know, I swear to God, I thought the timeline was actually further along. It feels like it got, like, scrunched in a little bit already.
100% discovered.
We found everything.
Oh wait, it says you're at 47% game completion.
Okay, yeah, no, I mean, I guess... I'm not sure how much that counts, like...
It sounds like you've been missing your Chronon sources.
Oh, yeah, no, I have not been hitting that shit. I'm still debating doing a fucking.
This is one of those games like Lego Star Wars, where you beat it once for the plot, and then you beat it a second time to get all the little things.
That reminds me. I'm still considering doing a doing a Detroit Become Human playthrough where we voice all the characters.
I've been fighting it.
Bonus points if we turn off the subtitles.
Dr. Amaral was developing a cure.
Going full
for the
snap
Chronon
cube.
syndrome. She was the only one
I'm
who could
moving
administer
like
the treatments
snap
that kept
cube.
my sickness at bay.
I mean, honestly, I've had ideas for like
And
doing a
Jack
Devil May Cry 5 one for a
taken her
hot
away
minute.
from me.
Not a chance.
Yeah, no, I can believe that Mr. Door was I can believe that Mr. Door was initially pitched for Lance Reddick. That absolutely makes sense, yeah.
Your side.
It is a shame because the guy who plays Mr. Door did a fantastic job, but also like I miss Lance Reddick, man. I miss him every day. Not Reddick.
Was just the tip of the iceberg. It wasn't just
Reddick is that fucking is that Vin Diesel joint?
Sir, we've recovered Dr. Amaral's laptop.
I'm surprised this isn't
Chronicles
like,
of Lance Reddick.
I'll be right there.
You see, my problem is I keep getting confused with Lance Henriksen because they've got moderately similar names.
She's right, the fracture is escalating a lot faster than we anticipated.
You know the future. Dr. Amaral doesn't. Is the lifeboat even in a viable state for activation? She's trying to convince you the schedule's wrong. Why? To get you to rush this?
From what I gather,
make a
you grew up
mistake?
nice and sheltered, with mama's pretty
people
stories and your
opposing
made-up theories.
She could be one of them.
She isn't.
Are you willing to bet the entire
I like the
plan
idea
on
that
that?
these are those two are actually the same character, and at one point he just kind of decided to become silly.
Let me clean house before this gets completely out of hand.
Oh boy, what does he mean by this? Let's find out together, chat room.
Hope things don't get completely out of hand.
Alright, choose whether to trust Sophia or Hatch.
Somebody was working against me. Somebody close. Martin Hatch. Sophia Amaral.
See, now this is at least a choice. Like you don't know who to trust.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know who is convenient to helping Jack.
Okay, what happens if I trust Hatch? Let's see what happens.
Alright, Amaral. Let's go fix the time machine.
I said I'll try.
Evidence was mounting against Sophia. I couldn't simply ignore it, despite everything we had been through.
And she knew you'd never make it without those treatments. And then she took them away.
If she turned against me with what she knew, the damage could be immeasurable.
Okay. And so what happens if I try to trust Sophia?
I want him apprehended. Immediately. So I have some information about Warren Hatch. Martin had been my closest advisor for years. I began to wonder if that had been a mistake.
Sophia's loyal.
I mean, didn't they imply that Martin was gonna get shot at during the gala?
She's always been loyal.
I don't think we can trust her. The way she looked at the counter.
Well, I mean, we can't change the future anyways, so I mean, that's definitely going to happen even if we arrest him somehow.
Loyalty doesn't run any deeper.
So what I'm hearing is that trusting Hatch is like an absolute win for Jack in this scenario. Because Amaral is gonna go work for Jack, and she'll help try to fix the time machine. Like, yeah, no, that makes perfect.
That's a good way to swing it then, yeah.
Not to mention, it kind of just seems like Serene will get even worse because Amaral's the one trying to help him out with the Chronon huffing treatment. So like, yeah, no, I'll trust Mr. Reddick on this one. Let's go, Chief, you and me. Woo!
To the original plan. Whether Sophia's date is good or not, we can't deviate from that. Clearly, we have been compromised.
Rip? What do you mean, rip?
Team together. Find out who she's been working with.
Actually, I've already got something on that front.
you can't just smiley face emoji me. No! My god, it's her.
Her, Martin. She's one of our employees.
Oh no, did I get somebody killed by accident because I trusted Martin? Oh god.
We didn't have an ID on her until now.
Oh, is Beth gonna die? Oh
She's one of
damn.
our operatives. We've already got a kill team after, but
We won't be able to kill her. Not yet. How can she be working with Jack? How does she even know him?
I told you, Paul, we can't trust our own people.
Now there was a time where I thought it was kind of unrealistic for major corporations to have like secret kill squads and stuff, but also Boeing happened, and now I'm pretty inclined to believe that corporations have secret kill squads.
It was the first time I'd heard her name, but she had been there in the past.
Oh no, video game graphic.
When it all started.
It was in a siphon filter cutscene.
God.
She'd been here the whole time, working against me from the inside. And she wasn't the only one.
Oh. Welp.
The treatments, they're losing their effectiveness.
We saw this before. Every time I see this dude, I think he's the Soldier Boy from The Boys a little bit. I don't know.
He has a mild Jensen Ackles look to him. I could see
Mhm.
that.
Eye drop. Bald move to linger on. Bald move to linger on Lance Reddick's head from above. I like that. That's a good one.
And what did Burke want with it?
Well, I don't know. I don't even know what the lifeboat protocol is.
It's a sanctuary. Designed to shelter a list of Monarch's essential personnel to weather the storm until they can develop a solution.
Essential personnel. So that means that I'd be on that list, right?
Not under Paul Serene's lead, you wouldn't. He's failed to see the value in his own people. Too consumed with grand ideals and delusions. You know what I find to be the most terrifying notion on this planet? The idea of God. Simply the idea. A being with that much power. The ability to take and give so freely. That kind of control. It should be feared, not worshipped. Yet people believe in it. Just as people believe in Paul Serene. See, what's so scary about God isn't his control, but rather, if he ever lost it. Paul Serene's become.
Sorry, I can't help but keep doing like a mental connection whenever he says control, because he just loves bringing up control.
Name of time.
And this is where we come in. We risk too much leaving the keys to the kingdom in one man's hands. We need insurance.
Control, even.
There's something called the CFR. It's a crucial key to our survival and must remain safe. But as long as Paul is the only one with access to it, It isn't. With access to the CFR, I would take over, get Monarch back on track, and once I do,
The Chronon Field
restructuring
Resonator.
Charlie, restructuring that would see you as my right hand.
I'd be on the list.
Absolutely.
Then I need to go back to Monarch. And that sort of privilege escalation, it can only be done from the inside. That's good.
You know, I always wonder if they'll
put the
actually
island on
give
lockdown.
them like real
When the pump house on the
alcohol
west side
or
is
like the for them to
oversupplied
do
to
these
overrun,
takes.
release
But then I just think back to that like Orson Welles
No
thing where he
goals.
goes, "Ah, the French," and the answer is probably no most of the time.
Time is of the essence, Charlie. You better get to it.
They're actually full of Diet Coke.
This is California Champagne by Paul Masson.
Commander Davis.
Yes, sir.
Head to the perimeter lab. We're moving
Sometimes you
forward.
say something so bald-phobic, you gotta hit him with the Lance Reddick stare.
The frequency of the stutters is still unpredictable, but they're persistent. Erratic, but persistent.
I need certainty. If I initiate the protocol, there's no going back.
Mr. Serene, something like this. There is no certainty. We've never dealt with it before.
How long?
We've been running Dr. Amaril's simulations. It's hard to say without her to confirm, but
Just give me a time.
the Joyce field could collapse within 8 hours. Mr. Serene, if you're going to proceed, now would be the time to decide.
Heart attack, ack, 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 ack. You oughta
You oughta know by
now. No, it's lingering on that Windows pad.
Charlie. Fiona,
Hey, bud. Where you going?
you're right. Time's ending, just like you said. And the lifeboat protocol? It's a place. They built it to protect people from the fracture. And the only problem is there's a list, and anyone who's not on it is pretty much fucked. But if we make it back to the mainland, then I can get us on the list. All of us.
This entire island is on lockdown. How are we gonna do that, Charlie?
There's a tunnel.
All right, if you are lying to me this time, I swear to God.
Get off! Tired of this shit. I don't know why you're doing this, but I don't have to put your name on shit, motherfucker.
Oh!
What'd you do to him?
He's fine.
He just punched him in the chest.
I'm gonna tell you why you're gonna put me on that list. I got a pregnant wife at home, and she's the only thing that I am thinking about right now. So if you get in the way of me protecting
But you're
her,
gonna put me on
I
the
swear
list,
to
but not my
fucking
wife.
God,
I just care about me mostly.
you will not catch your breath.
It's like the equivalent of pushing somebody off of a skateboard.
Lead the way.
My instinct keeps telling me to like raise the brightness for these, but also they're just pre-rendered videos. I can't increase the brightness on anything. I'm just gonna make the shadows more bright. Oh damn, he's just blowing this bitch up.
We're 5 minutes out, Mr. Hatch. Yes.
I've come to free you, my friend. This imprisonment, it's unsettling. It's time for you to rejoin the others, to return to the infinite.
Wait, with all the guys in there too?
Dead men tell no tales, I guess.
I mean, honestly, I'm all for this. Just for that shot of Lance Reddick fucking walking away from the explosion. That's pretty good.
Your wife.
3 months.
Congratulations. Didn't you grab 2 of those, man? Why didn't you? Now he's gonna be all superior and weird about it, isn't he? Haha, I have time immunity and you don't because I'm wearing an HED. I'm wearing a Hedron resonance device. That's a CRD in this case. He's just gonna fuck off. Never mind, he stuck around.
The fuck is that?
Over under the bay.
Liam?
Water, 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 water.
Water and water Now you see, they should have closed that fence behind them. The water wouldn't be able to get through.
You okay?
Yeah.
I'm good. We need to get...
Oh, shit.
Fucking ground! Hey, ground! No, we're with Monarch!
What don't you understand?
No, get on the ground! Hey, no. Hey, I'm the one that called it in. I'm Hatch's guy.
Wincott.
Yeah,
Where's she?
she's Chronon scientist. She's important. We have to get her back to Monarch right away. Please.
Get the fuck out of here.
Now!
Oh. Does he just die? Is that it?
Gibson, I got Burke.
I mean, I'm gonna level with you. I didn't really. I didn't care much for Foe Jensen Atkinson.
Hey!
I mean, sorry for his wife, but I'm built different.
Huh? You let me on and then you kidnapped me.
This isn't about you, Charlie.
Are you stealing this car?
Just get the fuck out of here.
No, you're gonna need me.
I got what I needed out of you.
Yeah, I'm getting used to it.
Why don't you open your eyes? The world is about to end. I'm trying to do something.
Yeah, you're a real hero.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
I'll see you there.
Burke, you fuck. You know, I'm really gonna enjoy killing your wife.
Oh, damn. Alright, never mind. Bro, that's a crazy thing to say to somebody, even if you think they're dead. Like, Jesus Christ. That's like cartoonishly evil. I'm really gonna enjoy killing your pregnant wife, shitbag. Fuck you, survives getting shot. Free gun. Damn, alright.
Commander Davis.
18 hours after the fracture in time.
Davis and his team. They were all good men. Monarch's finest.
What a shame.
Fake. What?
Paul, what about my treatments?
I'm afraid so.
You know what this means?
You don't know for sure.
Be careful not to damage any of those chairs. We need them.
He wants me to suffer until the end.
Joyce and Wiley. But what was troubling me is who got them into Kim's lab. She paid a visit while she was thought to be missing. She knew where your treatments were kept. She knew the complexities of your illness. And she knew you'd never make it without those treatments.
She created them.
And then she took them away.
I need her found now.
And what would you like done with her?
I'll decide that when she's brought to me.
His line's 80 hard.
I think the dubbing's off.
That might be it,
Definitely
because,
the
like,
subtitles are.
yeah, the subtitles are a little bit off. Because, like, I know they do that with Alan Wake, because...
There's a lot of dogs barking in distance in this
and breathing
game.
heavily. I mean, that's how you establish ambience. You're in the heart of the city. Dogs are barking in the distance. Doors beeping before they actually happen. Bender, bender, bender. Thing.
You weren't expecting somebody this handsome.
True. I've been shot. I need help.
Liam?
Hey, pal. I'm glad you could make it. I was just telling your girl here how concerned about you we've been.
Emily, we need to go.
Go. What's the rush?
What's the rush?
Emily, let's go.
For the record, I don't actually know if we can do anything about the weird timing thing because this is being streamed from Xbox.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Phil Spencer has all the power here, and I have nothing.
I presume it will look good on the stream.
Bro, what's that fighting stance? How'd that work?
He's not doing very well right now.
True, yeah.
Emily, give me the keys. Give me the keys.
Get away from me, get
Emily,
away.
listen, listen, please, please. This is not who I am. This is not. I'm telling you, I never felt good doing this. I never felt good doing this. But it's the only thing I knew how to do. And when I got back, I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find anything to do. And Monarch, they found that useful, and they put me to work. And I swear to God, I couldn't stand being alone. So every Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I would walk down the street because it was the only 2 nights at the bartender. She wasn't at school. And I told myself every night to ask you out. It took me a fucking year. Emily, if Monarch, if they gave me structure, you gave me purpose. I did this to protect you. I did this to protect us, our family. I did this to protect our family. But Emily, you have to listen to me. Something terrible is coming, and I will explain to you on the way, but we have to move. We have to move right now. If you will just let me protect you one last time. Please. Please. This is me. It's me. It is me. Okay. We have to go. We have to go right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Pierce. I'm at the perimeter lab. So I have some information about Martin Hatch. I want him apprehended. Immediately.
Okay. Alright, let's see. It's past midnight, so yeah. Seems like a good time as any to wrap things up. We will probably continue on with more once my... Hold on, my fucking controller gotta turn on. Oh, fuck. Yeah, where are we on the timeline? Okay, now we're like really getting there now. Yeah. We're running out of timeline. Port Donnelly Bridge. Okay. That's it for now. Good night, everybody. Have a good one. Ah.
Good night.